What's up, guys, and welcome to the first episode of Teppen. This is a mobile card game by GungHo Entertainment using different Capcom characters, different IPs, different franchises, and whatnot. It is really awesome. I didn't have any means to be able to capture it. Now, thankfully, I do. This came out last summer, and it's been a huge success. It's really awesome because not only does it cater to, the people who like to play online, player match or ranked, but as you see here, they have various different single-player modes, which I personally love because I'm a huge single-player person. I love story-driven games. I love, voice acting and hearing all that stuff and animation. So it's for, to be able to have in this game, to be able to have single-player stories, as you see here, just showing you, for example, for, the different characters that you can play. And they're constantly updating this game, adding new cars and even adding new heroes. They're about to release Akuma from Street Fighter, which I'm sure a lot of you are very familiar with Akuma. So it's really awesome. And yes, I believe it was the first character that was added post-launch was Jill Valentine, as you see here. And I'll get into like the mechanics and how you play the game and things like that. I am by no means an expert. I'm going to be learning and experiencing more on this journey, and I'm going to be recording it as we go along. At some point I would definitely love to live stream this, but it's awesome, and I've been wanting to cover it for the channel for quite some time. So what I'm going to do for this first episode is I'm going to be doing the tutorial story mode, which is Ryu Story Mode. Ryu from Street Fighter, not Ryu from Breath of Fire. As you see here, I already completed it because when you start the game, they have you do it as a really helpful tutorial to learn the mechanics and just also get some story in there. And yeah, why not do that, and then we'll talk a little bit more about the mechanics afterwards, and see if we do any extra stuff in this first episode. So I'm gonna go ahead and read along, and let's get into this. The man walked through the harsh wasteland, the dust billowing around him. His name is Ryu, a born fighter determined to hone his talent by fighting the very best. Onward he walks, his eyes fixed firmly ahead. His soul, however, was lost in its own kind of wasteland. Satsu no Haro, a primal urge for destruction, beat him tirelessly. He needed to escape. The storm was both sudden and violent, blasting Ryu from above as he trained. He looked up to see a dragon soar overhead as the wind from its wings tore through the air, ripping dead trees from their tired roots, wicked claws gleaming. The dragon bellowed its defiant challenge. So, the thing that immediately pulled me into Teppen was its beautiful art style. I'm a huge fan of the various different illustrations that Capcom has done over the years, and this game is by no exception, even though it's, obviously done by GungHo. He's doing a tremendous job with it. So I'm just going to go ahead and just explain kind of a little bit here, so as much as I possibly can, because I don't think they're going to reintroduce tutorial. So, well, actually, okay, so they are. So, you have MP. First of all, each battle is 5 minutes long, and you have MP, magic points. And as you see here at the bottom where it says 10, that's my MP. So you also pick one hero, which Ryu is my hero in this, and I'm fighting, the dragon from Monster Hunter. I forget the name. Sorry, I know I'm not too super familiar. And when I summon this card here, so you see the cost of it is 4, and it'll take away from my MP. Summoning costs your MP. Its attack is 2, as you see there at the bottom right, and its defense is 7. So when a monster attacks and opposing card attacks, it'll be taking from its defense. Now, if I'm able to attack straight through without my opponent having any cards on the field, then I'll be attacking them directly. I'm very familiar with like Yu-Gi-Oh, and I've played various other card games. I have played like Hearthstone and whatnot. Not too much of Hearthstone, but I played a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh in its early years, so I'm somewhat familiar with this. But obviously, this is different. This is more fast-paced, in and out, which I really do like. Also, each hero has their own special unique ability, And that's what you see the AP at the bottom. We're going to be building that over time. So again, I'm not an expert by any means, but you know, I'm going to try to get better for you guys and for myself, because I definitely want to be covering this game for as long as the game, you know, is going to be around, because I really like it. So let's go ahead and summon Ryu as a card. So they're unit cards. And he's going to be attacking directly, as you see here. So he just took off 2. So I got my MP back up to 10, and now my AP's at 4. So now it's going to be taking off 2 damage. So as you see here, this is how the interactions when your cards attack each other. So my card's going to be destroying his, while my card still has 3 defense to take. Another hit. So I'm able to summon a new card now. So I'm going to be summoning Lady from Devil May Cry. And see, this is awesome. Cards from different Capcom franchises. My Ryu is going to get killed, though, at this point. And I'm going to go ahead and summon DJ.
It's time.
And of course, I'm going up against Leon. So this is when you get to use the hero ability. So I am going to totally decimate Leon now. Which is awesome. Shinku Hadouken, which is his traditional special. And we're going to win right here. So it's very similar to like other card games, but it has its own unique spin on it as well. And also, I love Ryu's his own original outfit in this game. And yeah, and there are daily missions and in-game currency that you can unlock, so that way you're able to purchase packs. And just like, say, like Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't know, I'm gonna sound really old school with this. Like Metal Raiders and the Legend of Blue Eyes packs back in the day, Magic Ruler. I know that's extremely ancient. You can pick the individual pack that you want to buy from. So I do like that. So I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm going to have to pick the second chapter now to continue. Yep. So we're going to go ahead and play chapter 2. We're just going to finish out the whole story for Ryu, as it is just a tutorial. The dragon's back flared a bright crimson, and then everything was fire. The trees roared into flame, creating a barrier between the two combatants. This fight was over. Ryu watched the dragon fly away until his eyes fell upon a village in the distance. In his many travels, death and the unknown were old friends. This woman, her body seething with foul energy, was clearly something else. Her attack came in an instant later, and Ryu knew he was fighting for his life. So for those familiar with Darkstalkers, which is an amazing Capcom fighting franchise, which I really hope Capcom brings up at some point, this is Morrigan.
Cannot defeat one who will never stop.
Who's essentially
Don't worry,
the mascot for
ever so
Darkstalkers.
gentle.
And I do love how the backgrounds relate to like the characters you're fighting and whatnot. So let's go ahead and summon Guy, who's from Final Fight. And I'm also going to summon, come on quickly. Okay, Sakura right here. Alright. Gonna let my AP charge a bit. I'm probably gonna summon Ken. Yeah, let's go ahead and summon Ken. So my AP's good, so let's go ahead and decimate his cards. Her cards, excuse me. Or one of them. Okay. I like how Guy's just freely able to keep hitting her directly. This card deals direct damage to enemy units, so yeah, I forgot to mention that. Again, I'm not super familiar. So this is a action card. I was gonna say ability card. So the description from them, from GungHo specifically, is that that's turning it kind of like turn-based. So it adds another, you know, level to the game. It's pretty awesome. Oh, there's Virgil. Alright, so they attacked each other. So let's go ahead and summon another Sakura.
It's time.
Alright. We're just gonna be trolls and destroy her card. Even though we're going to win anyway, let's just have her have an empty field. And that's it. Very simple.
I will keep on fighting. I know the answer lies ahead.
Alright, so it's probably going to ask us to head back to the hero list so we can start this over. And I'm going to be recording, like, let me know, guys, if you want me to record even more of the story modes. I'm most likely just going to go through all of them because like I said, I'm a big fan of story modes, so I'm just going to go through all of them. And, yeah. Let me know if you guys enjoy it. Definitely at some point, though, we're going to be getting to some ranked battles. I just have to get good at the game. The woman was relentless, and the foul attacks grew stronger. She howled in triumph as her death stroke fell when something awoke. Had her dark power pushed him over the edge? He roared as the Satsuno Hado devoured him completely. How much time had passed since he lost himself? From amidst the dead woman pleaded, her heart on her sleeve. As he descended upon her, he heard not a single word.
Cannot defeat one who will never stop.
God, it looks, and I'm playing on the iPad, it looks absolutely gorgeous.
Prove to me what you're made of.
Don't count me out yet, done.
You can counter an attack with an action card of your own. Let's go ahead and counter with
I'll hold nothing.
Sakura.
Now you know what real kung fu looks like.
This is the part where I kind of have to try to learn better. You can counter an action card with one of your own. Counter with an action card.
I'll hold nothing back.
The last card play activates first. So this is the part where I'm kind of like, I have to kind of like try to understand better. So basically this like does effects to the card directly. And it does take away from your MP, so that's something you have to be, you know, be mindful of. There are no units on the side, so yeah, you can't attack directly. You have to use the hero ability on an actual card. So let's go ahead and summon BB Hood, which is from Darkstalkers as well. Another really awesome card. Well, I'm sorry, another awesome character. Let's go ahead and summon Lady.
You're done.
Take care of that real quick. We don't need you to be having your units attacking mine. I want to get that direct hit. Let's go ahead and summon Ken, fighting Alex. Okay. Can't use my hero ability just yet, so it does go on the cooldown. I didn't know about that. Alright, now we're just attacking directly. So at this point, like, you're done. You're done. In fact, we're going to do overkill and take care of the card, the last unit card. And let's just dominate. And that'll conclude Ryu's story.
I will keep on fighting. I know the answer lies ahead.
Alright, so that's the end of Ryu's story. Should be more dialogue to it. It was the sadness, not the defiance in her eyes that brought him back. He had failed to control the demon within. There was but one path left. Forgive me. Ignoring her protests, he turned and fled. Away from the village, Ryu struggled to maintain himself. Go to the land of illusion. The stranger's words hung in the air. Only there can you face and defeat that which plagues you. What other choice did he have? The stranger could be lying. Ryu knew that. But a small chance was better than none. He had to control the Satsuno Hado. There was no other way. Slowly, he rose to his feet, a glimmer of hope in his eyes. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed Ryu's story here in Teppen. Really awesome stuff, and you can completely replay it anytime you want to, which is cool. Love the illustrations and the music and everything. It's just, the presentation is just absolutely superb. I really love it. I just wanted to mention a few things real quick here before I end this first video, because we're going to be doing so much damn Teppen. You guys are really going to enjoy this. So I just want to go over some things, you know, some ideas that I have and whatnot before I get to the end of this video. So, first thing, also want to mention some basics. Next to each of the heroes here, as you see them scrolling through the list, they have a color and symbol next to them. So for Ryu and Rathalos, it's red, and that means that they specialize in attack. So each of the colors and symbols, they specialize in something. So the red symbol here, means that any of the heroes with that specialize in attack. Any of the heroes here, as you see X and Chun-Li, they have the green shield. They specialize in healing and shielding. Morrigan and Dante, as you see with the purple symbol here, they specialize in restricting the enemy's movements. As you see the black symbol here with Wesker, and I forget the name of this creature from Monster Hunter, they specialize in being able to sacrifice cards and, you know, even taking some of your own lives being your hero, you know, your hero's health, to be able to do more powerful attacks. I haven't experimented much yet with a lot of the other heroes, so that's something that we're going to be going ahead with as we go along. Like I said, we're going to be covering all of the character stories, so, you know, I'm going to be going straight in order. So obviously next will be Rathalos from Monster Hunter. So as you see here, after the initial batch of characters when this game was released, they have been essentially adding hero characters. So you see Jill was added post-release, and the newest one is Nero, but specifically based on the DMC5. And they already announced, and he's coming out soon, like I said earlier in the video, Akuma. So I'm curious to see what Akuma is going to be like. I get the feeling he will be either purple or black, so that'll be really cool to see. Other things that I want to go over before I end this video, like I said, there's really awesome, such an awesome amount of content to do. There is single player stories you see here, Chronicles, which are basically challenges to unlock packs, ticket packs and stuff like that. You can practice. Coliseum, which, you know, is like a tournament, obviously, as it sounds like. Battle, so you can play free match, which is player match, you know, unranked, ranked matches, and you can also do lobbies, which is really cool. You can edit your deck, obviously, view your cards, craft cards, and then in the shop they have packs that you can buy, as you see here. I'll show you guys in a second, and you see that you could purchase packs with in-game currency, with jewels, and they are themed after specific, you know, sets. Think like, you know, like Yu-Gi-Oh, like specific card sets. So Day of Nightmares is obviously based off Resident Evil. That doesn't mean there aren't other Capcom characters in these packs. It just means that that's what they mainly focuses on. So, and then they have, like, you know, the core pack of the game, which I have tickets for to redeem so that I can get more packs. So like I said, just logging in, they give you a bunch of free bonuses, which is awesome. And like I said, you earn in-game currency, golds, which you can use to purchase even more packs. So, as a little tidbit for you guys ahead of time, like I said, I'm going to be covering all the story modes and, you know, talking about, you know, the specific the heroes and their respective storylines. But when we get past that and we start focusing more on ranked gameplay or even, you know, free match, I'm going to be making a Jill Valentine deck. As you see here, that's my hero. How could I main anyone else? I mean, I love all the characters that are in this game, but I've got to main Jill Valentine. And she's even voiced by Patricia Jolie in this game, which, for those unfamiliar, that was her voice in various games, including Resident Evil 5, Umbrella Chronicles. So, very familiar voice, which is awesome that they got her back to voice Jill. And yeah, we're going to be building a Resident Evil themed deck. Obviously, we're probably going to have some cards that aren't Resident Evil themed, but it's going to be more or less a Resident Evil Jill Valentine deck. And I'm really excited to get into that and see how that's actually going to work out. And I don't care if it's meta or not, but we are definitely going to roll with it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. This was a ton of fun. Like I said, the first thing I kind of want to do is cover the story modes, because I know that a lot of people enjoy story modes, like I said, like myself. So we're going to cover that, and of course, after that, we're going to be getting into some ranked. We're going to probably do a video talking about building our deck, building the Jill Valentine specific Resident Evil themed deck, and I'm really excited. I hope you guys enjoy this. This was really, really awesome to finally start recording. I've been trying to record this for quite some time, but I've had a lot of technical issues, but here we are. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please give a like to the video if you enjoyed it, and I will catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.